Villanova was an Italian restaurant in Newport Beach that opened in 1933 and closed in 2013. Thank you for your suggestion. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Throwback Thursday. Every once in a while, I will release a new video of an old video that I did before. These new videos are longer and have more detail than the ones before. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you get notified of my latest video. Be sure to leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video. Thanks for watching. Villanova Italian cuisine was originally called the Mermaid Cafe, which was built in Hollywood, California in the late 1920s. Alan Dale opened the Villanova Trattoria on Hollywood and Vine in 1933 with financial backers Charlie Chaplin and Vicente Minnelli. The Villanova, located at 9015 Sunset Strip, will become a Hollywood hotspot. Dale and Minnelli opened the original Villanova on Vine in 1933. It moved a few times and then settled at the Sunset location in 1944. It would be Alan Dale and his wife Charlotte who would be running the restaurant beginning in 1948. Dale and his wife had a strict rule: no press allowed. This is the location where Marilyn Monroe had her first date with Joe DiMaggio, which angered Mickey Rooney. This is also where Vincent Minnelli proposed to Judy Garland. It was also where gangster Mickey Cohen's attempted murder right outside the restaurant. Shortly after Dale got mugged in 1967 on the Sunset Strip, Alan Dale got mad enough to move his operation elsewhere. In 1967, the Dales relocated their family and business to Newport Beach. The Villanova was sold in early 1972 to Elmer Valentine, Lou Adler, and Mario Maglieri. They named it the Rainbow as a tribute to Judy Garland. Originally, they wanted to name it Over the Rainbow, but could not get the clearance. On April 16, 1972, the Rainbow had a huge opening, starting with a kickoff party for Elton John. It quickly became known as a hangout for celebrities of all types. Reportedly, John Belushi ate his last meal here, which was the lentil soup at table number 16. Charlotte took over management of the restaurant after her husband Alan died in 1971. Dale would become a staple in the Newport restaurant scene for decades. The restaurant was located at 3131 West Coast Highway in Newport Beach. It was on the waterfront where locals could bring their boats up to the dock and have a nice meal and then sail off. The foyer in the front of the restaurant had numerous pictures of celebrities that had dined at the restaurant. Villanova had small compartments and nooks built into the restaurant's facade, which resembled a small Italian village. The restaurant had a stunning view of the harbor, where you could regularly see people pulling their boats up to dock for their meal. I believe they had a valet there at the dock, as well as at the front, since parking was limited. When Charlotte Dale took over in 1971, she had some business experience helping her husband with back office duties, but there was more to learn. In time, she turned the Villanova restaurant into a waterfront landmark. The restaurant became a popular hub for socialites. Michael Bolton crooned at the piano bar at a fundraiser earlier, and regulars included Gene Kelly's sidekick, Donald O'Connor, radio humorist Stan Freberg, actress Jane Withers, Barry Bonds, Buddy Ebsen, and Joey Bishop. But by 1992, trends and changes in the restaurant business forced Charlotte Dale to make the tough decision to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and retire. Original chef Wally Gentile prepared dishes for Villanova for 50 years. Other iconic things about this restaurant included the eatery's Red Room, their red leather U-shaped booth with gold buttons and striped wooden walls, and the popular piano bar where entertainers crooned songs from yesteryear. The in-your-face attitude of the waiters was a hallmark of the Villanova. Service there was New York style. The waiters were belligerent and had tremendous personalities. The average waiter at Villanova had been there for 7 to 10 years. When making reservations, some customers specifically asked for certain waiters. Andrew Crean purchased the restaurant in 1993 from Charlotte Dale. He paid $100,000 for the restaurant. 2 years later, he bought the property for $2 million. At the time of the sale, the restaurant was nearly bankrupt, and Crean poured $200,000 into refurbishing it. In September of 1995, firefighters arrived at 3:30 in the morning to see an upstairs banquet room engulfed in flames with smoke pouring over the whole building. It took 50 firefighters about 90 minutes to control the blaze, which gutted about a third of the West Coast Highway restaurant and caused an estimated $600,000 in damage. The restaurant was rebuilt and remodeled, but many of the iconic items, such as the movie props, celebrity pictures, and its fixtures, were damaged or destroyed in the blaze. The cause of the fire originated in the kitchen. Over the years, I would eat at this restaurant quite a few times. It was my parents' favorite restaurant. My favorite dish at this place was the fried calamari, something I would get every time I went there. Andy Crean ran it for 20 years, selling the land and the business at auction for $6 million in 2013. The site is now home to the winery. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.